Hi, my name is Layla and I'm the owner of Top Financial Agency. And in this video, I am going to show you an illustration on how you can generate for yourself a stream of tax-free income. Now, I'm a big proponent of diversifying our taxes, our tax brackets. In other words, there's three different financial products that you can put your money in. There's some that you'll get taxed on now, like savings account, checking account, when you make any sales within your stocks or crypto. Then you have the tax later brackets, which are your 401k, 403b, 457, etc. But very few people, I think, are strategic when it comes to tax exempt products. Now, tax exempt products would be a Roth IRA, but they come with distribution limitations. And then you also have the IUL. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to link to a video where I talk about Kaizen, which is using leverage to fund your IUL. But in this video, I'm just going to show you what it looks like if you overfund your IUL without using the leverage of a lender. Now, if you can get the leverage of a lender, of course, I think that's going to be a better option for you because you're basically double funding or triple funding. Really, you're triple funding the IUL. So you'll only fund a portion of it, and then there's a lender that's going to fund it for the next 10 years. You only fund it for 5, and they'll fund it for 10 years. Then they'll take their money back from the cash value, and then the rest of the cash value is yours, and the death benefit and everything is yours. But the challenge with that is that you've got to qualify not only based on your health, because you've got to buy the life insurance product, but also your finances are going to come into consideration. So I would say minimum for an investment, you've got to commit to at least 21,000 to 25 or 28,000, depending on your age, annually. So that's minimum. And then you've got to show that you earn at least household income, 150,000 to 250,000. It also depends on how much money you have liquid. So there's some parameters that you've got to qualify for in order to be able to use that financial strategy. But I think it's solid and it allows you to get leverage. But let's say that you don't want to contribute 21,000 minimum. I'm going to show you an example of overfunding an IUL by just $1,000 a month. Okay, so let me show you that. So the way this one is designed is minimum death benefit, maximum cash value based on $1,000 a month. And this is for a male that's 45 years old at just a standard non-tobacco rating. Now, when you do those quotes online, you might say, oh my gosh, look, I could get $1 million for just 10 bucks. Well, you've got to be aware because a lot of times those online quoting systems are going to show you a rating at preferred plus, like the best rating. And then if it's a term that you're shopping for, they're going to show you a 10-year term, which is the cheapest. That's why when you look online, you're like, man, this seems like it's so cheap. I always like to quote people at standard because I want to come back and bring you good news and come back and bring you worse news. I don't want to quote you at a preferred plus and then you come back and you're a standard. I would rather just show you numbers for standard, which is not the greatest, not the worst. It's in the middle. And then have the insurance company come back and be like, hey, he actually got elite or he actually got preferred. And I'd rather come back and show you some good news. Now, I run this company or this illustration with a company called National Life Group. So again, remember, we're doing minimum death benefit, maximum cash value. So the point is to try to get the death benefit to be smaller to get the cash value to increase. So this one is 1,000 a month. The death benefit would be over $500,000. So $555,000 would be the death benefit. So if he passes away, that's what's going to the beneficiary. Of course, also tax free. Now, right here it says if I need cash. So at age 70, you'll have about $174,000 of, and I'm going to say potential tax-free income just because of legalities. But the reason that it is tax-free is because you take it out as a loan and you don't pay taxes on loan. So that's how it works like that. Okay, 75, 349,000. Now, if you become ill with this carrier has these types of living benefits, which is terminal illness, chronic illness, critical illness, and critical injury, and also Alzheimer's, which is a new rider that they added. It's included into this plan. So you see these numbers here in case of terminal illness, $453,000 lump sum. Chronic illness means that you can't do two of the six activities of daily living for more than 90 days. That's like bathing, eating, dressing, toileting, continence, and transferring. If you can't do two of those six, they'll pay you $8,400 a month. Critical illness and critical injury, about $435,000. Alzheimer's, $426,000. Those are lump sum. The only one that's monthly is that chronic illness. Okay, so this is how you read now the ledger. Okay, so if you go over to the ledger, you're going to see at the very left, it's $12,000 because it's $1,000 a month in 1 year. That's $12,000 annual premium. And if you look over here to the right, there's accumulated value and cash surrender value is zero, meaning that if during the first year or after the first year, you say, you know what, I cancel, I don't want this policy anymore, you're going to get $0 back if you decide to cancel it. Okay. There are surrender fees for the first 10 years. Now, if year two, you decide to cancel it, you get 6,000 back, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. But if you want to loan against it, you're already seeing at the end of year two, there's already $17,000 that's accumulated. Okay. So money is already becoming accumulated. Now, I'm going to show you income because now I designed this so that starting at age, first of all, you're only this fictional client is only paying $1,000 starting at his age of 45 all the way until the end of 65. So he's only paying this policy up until age 65. Starting at age 66, the company is going to pay him. And in this scenario, you'll see the numbers here, $34,912 annually is what's going to be paid to him. And I designed it so that it only pays him all the way until age 90. Okay. And it goes all the way over here to age 90 every single year. That's the income that's going to pay him. Again, it is income tax free. So you generated an income of $34,912 that is tax free. Now, if you look here at these numbers, okay. His total investment is $252,000 is what he invested from the age of 45 to 65, and $872,800 is what will be paid out to him income tax free should he live to the age of 90. So I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty good deal. If you invest 252,000 and you end up getting 872,000 income tax free, but that's not it. I mean, this policy, and here's the thing. Life insurance, number one, is life insurance. That's the purpose of it. It's the life insurance. The secondary benefit of it is the living benefits, like you saw, chronic, critical, terminal illness, and Alzheimer's. I think that's another benefit. That's a major benefit because think about it like this. Yes, you might have your 401k, you might have your savings, and people say, well, if anything happens to me, I have my savings. Yeah, do you want to use your savings or do you want to have another policy out there that is for the purpose of heart attack, cancer, stroke, so that you don't have to dip into your retirement, so that you can use your retirement for other things? So that's how I mean, it's insurance, right? We get insurance for our cell phones in case our cell phone breaks. We get insurance for our cars in case we get in a car accident. This is insurance for your life. Now, I don't know if you've been following, but I'm a widow. I was widowed when my twins were 11 and a half months old. So I really believe in the value of life insurance. I can tell you from the perspective of somebody that would sell it to families, and then I became a product of my own product. When my husband passed away, I can tell you the peace of mind that I got knowing that, my gosh, we're going to be able to pay the house. I'm going to be able to maintain. All of a sudden, I'm a widow with 11 and a half month old babies, two of them, not just one, two of them. And I'm dealing with the tragedy of him passing away in Hawaii in a flash flood. But I have also that peace of mind that I'm going to be able to continue to maintain my lifestyle, pay my rent, pay my car, and continue to homeschool my daughters, which is something that I talked about with my husband that we were going to do. We were going to homeschool. And thank God, because of proper family financial planning, I'm still able to homeschool my daughters. But not only that, I was able to buy a brand new home. So even though my husband isn't here physically, his legacy lives on because I bought a brand new house. My daughters are set up financially. I've got a little retirement account. I'm actually not little, very good sized retirement accounts for my daughters. My retirement account is set up. That's the legacy that my husband left behind. So, number one, the importance of this product that I'm showing you is life insurance. And if you say, well, I don't have any kids, I don't have a wife, I don't have a husband, okay, benefit number two, living benefits. If you never get married and you never have kids and you're going to live alone for the rest of your life, let's just say that's your scenario. What happens if you get a heart attack or cancer or stroke or you break a hip? Yes, your health insurance will pay for your medical bills, and Medicare actually doesn't even really fully cover completely everything. It won't cover your living expenses. So now you break a hip and or cancer or something, and you're 70 years old, 80 years old, or maybe even in your 60s, not yet retired. Let's say you still have bills to pay. How are you going to maintain your lifestyle and pay all those bills while you're healing? Now, again, are you going to dip into your 401k? I mean, most people have enough money barely for their retirement. And sometimes people don't even have that much money for their retirement to maintain themselves for the next 20 years or so, however long people are living past retirement age. So if you get a policy like this, it's protecting you in case of those situations. Now, thirdly, it's that tax diversification. So you've got your tax now products. You probably have money in the bank. You probably have your tax later products, which is your 401k, 457, or CalSTRS, or all of those products, or tax deferred products. But how much of your money do you have tax never? And fast forward to whenever you turn 65, however old, whatever year that's going to be, and what taxes are going to be like at that year, wouldn't it be nice to have even $34,000 annually that you don't have to pay taxes on? That is extra money apart from the money that you are paying taxes on, that you have to sustain you. And by the way, you don't have to structure this so that it pays you out annually, because if you look over here at age 65, there's about $384,000 that you have, that you can just grab a big lump sum from. So I think this is a very diverse product. I think it offers a whole lot of benefits. And if you want to learn more, and if you want me to run a quote for you so you can see some numbers for your situation, head over to topfinancialagency.com or click the link in this description. Thanks so much. Have a great day.